Hello. Welcome to Lake Ontario. It's oh, there's a boat out there. It's the what is it? The Island. I'm trying to remember the Island Belle, the Island Queen. Anyway, I don't know how well you can see it. Huh. I live a fairly short walk from the lake, so I like to come down here. I have my tea from Tim Hortons. I have an apple fritter. I think I have a poem about springtime and the lake defrosting and eating an apple fritter down here. But certainly help yourself to a bite. That's good. Sorry, I'm spilling it. This lid is not opening fully the whole way. Anyway. There. Got a good sip of tea. Anyway, I've been having some difficulty just trying to think of like what I wanted to read to you next. I'm reading lots and lots of different things, so it's almost just like difficulty of choosing. I have a couple books with me. I have The Major and the Missionary, which is a collection of letters written by Warren Lewis, who is C.S. Lewis's brother, and to a missionary, Blanche Biggs, in Papua New Guinea. And my friend Diana Glyer put these together, edited the collection, and I really enjoy it. It's actually a really interesting look at both of those people. And the other day at the library, I picked up this Ms. Marvel comic they'd never read before, kind of aimed at like mid-grade, but like I don't know, I really like the look of the art, so I'm looking forward to getting into that. But mainly I've been reading a lot of different Jane Austen related things, because I'm working on a big Jane Austen-y project, and I'll probably tell you more about that another time. But anyway, I happen to have the illustrated Jane Austen letters out from the library right now, and so, because I don't know if you can see them, but the mayflies are kind of getting to me, so I'll try not to linger too much longer. But I wanted to read actually a letter not actually by Jane herself, but by her sister Cassandra, that that might be my favorite of the collection. Got some beautiful illustrations in this book, hence the illustrated letters. Anyway, but this is the letter that Cassandra Austen wrote to their niece, Fanny Knight, at the time when Jane Austen died. My dearest Fanny, doubly dear to me now for her dear sake whom we have lost. She did love you most sincerely, and never shall I forget the proofs of love you gave her during her illness in writing those kind, amusing letters at a time when I know your feelings would have dictated so different a style. Since Tuesday evening, when her complaint returned, there was a visible change. She slept more, and much more comfortably indeed. During the last 48 hours, she was more asleep than awake. Her looks altered, and she fell away. But I perceived no material diminution of strength. And though I was then hopeless of a recovery, I had no suspicion how rapidly my loss was approaching. I have lost a treasure, and such a sister, such a friend as never can have been surpassed. She was the sun of my life, the gilder of every pleasure, the soother of every sorrow. I had not a thought concealed from her, and it is as if I had lost a part of myself. She felt herself to be dying about half an hour before she became tranquil and apparently unconscious. During that half hour was her struggle, poor soul. She said she could not tell us what she suffered, though she complained of little fixed pain. When I asked her if there was anything she wanted, her answer was she wanted nothing but death, and some of her words were, God grant me patience, pray for me, oh pray for me. Immediately after dinner on Thursday, I went into the town to do an errand which your dear aunt was anxious about. I returned about 6:15 and found her recovering from faintness and oppression. She got so well as to be able to give me a minute account of her seizure, and when the clock struck 6, she was talking quietly to me. I cannot say how soon afterwards she was seized again with the same faintness, which followed by the sufferings she could not describe. But Mr. Lifford had been sent for, and had applied something to give her ease, and she was in a state of quiet insensibility by 7 o'clock at the latest. A slight motion of the head with every breath remained till almost the last. I sat close to her with a pillow in my lap to assist in supporting her head, which was almost off the bed, for 6 hours. Fatigue made me then resign my place to Mrs. J.A. for 2 hours and a half. When I took it again, in about an hour more, she breathed her last. I was able to close her eyes myself, and it was a great gratification to me to render her those last services. There was nothing convulsed which gave the idea of pain in her look. On the contrary, but for the continual motion of her head, she gave one the idea of a beautiful statue, and even now in her coffin there is such a sweet, serene air over her countenance as is quite pleasant to contemplate. The last sad ceremony is to take place on Thursday morning. Her dear remains are to be deposited in the cathedral. I am, my dearest Fanny, most affectionately yours, Cassandra Elizabeth Austen. Yeah. And here's another note that after Jane's death, Cassandra wrote, "If I think of her less as on earth, God grant that I may never cease to reflect on her as inhabiting heaven, and never cease my humble endeavors, when it shall please God, to join her there." I feel like we see beautiful pictures in Jane Austen's work of sisterhood relationships, and so it's kind of a neat to get a little glimpse into her relationship with her sister. Yeah, it's also kind of fun to discover like the human being behind the books that I love so dearly, and I'm looking forward to digging a little bit further into that, and also just continuing to read and reread and dig deeper into the novels themselves. Anyway, I hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are, and I'll see you again sometime. Bye!